morning. I'm admiring my hair in the sunlight. It's looking good. Anyway, I wanted to make my coffee. I have a lot to do today. The wrench light came on in my car, so I have to go change the oil. It says it's down to 10%. So let me make some coffee. I'm prepared to go to the gym, and watch how I make my coffee. Join me. This is something I need all the time. This is the coffee that I make, Bustelo. I've been drinking it for years, ever since I've been married to my husband, who's Puerto Rican. His family drank Bustelo all the time, and that's when I got started with Bustelo. My mom used to drink Maxwell House and Sanka, and I used to like those as well. I used to like chock full of nuts. I used to like Starbucks, obviously, who doesn't? And I used to really like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. But when I was introduced to this coffee, I never went back. I always empty this and put it in a frozen container. I put it in this container, which is airtight. And I put it in my freezer. So in the morning, I get my filters. Filter. Go ahead and put it in my coffee pot. Gonna get some water. Got about, I don't know, 5 cups of water here. Put that in there. Oh, I already have water in there. See? I'm more prepared than I thought. Go ahead and get a teaspoon. And if there's 7 cups of water in the coffee pot, you should put 8 teaspoons of coffee. So add a teaspoon of coffee so that it'll be strong and you'll enjoy it. You'll be able to tolerate your job in the morning. No, I'm just kidding. My job is good. I have a good job. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I always make a little extra because my husband likes coffee sometimes in the morning. So I don't want him to get up and realize that I made coffee and I haven't made him any. Alright, then I close this, press brew, and it's brewing. Then I put my coffee back in the freezer. Alright, so it's brewing. While it's brewing, let's talk. So what's up? How y'all been? I'm getting Invisalign, so you guys will be able to let me raise it up a little bit so I don't have to look down on you. I'm getting Invisalign soon because the bottom teeth are crowding, and of course I have this gap. Otherwise my teeth are fine. Now this gap is fanning out a little bit, so it's making my bottom teeth touch my top gum a little bit, so my bite isn't healthy. And because these are touching up in there, I can't remember to look at the camera. I'm looking at myself, guys. I have a raging lazy eye, don't make no mistake, but it's not this lazy. I'm supposed to be looking at the camera. Don't worry about it. I love my lazy eye. It's sexy. But anyway, I'm sweating because I was out walking. I'm waiting for my coffee to brew. See? But anyway, so when my bottom teeth are banging up against the top of my mouth, it affects the sensitivity. So the nerves are being abused. And so when I eat salads and I, eat, and I drink tea or I eat something cold, it's uncomfortable. Not to mention the fact that if I don't do anything about it, I'll need crowns on the bottom because they're going to corrode my bottom teeth. So I'm going to get Invisalign. I really consider braces. I consider the wire braces. But because I'm a candidate for Invisalign, I figured, why don't I just do Invisalign? So I'm going to do that. It's not cheap, guys. They quoted me at $5,000, and I'm going to be paying $208 a month for 24 months, interest free. Obviously, I'm going to expedite that and pay a little more every month because 2 years is a long time, especially since my treatment's not going to take 2 years. So that's what's going on with me. That's what's been on my mind. That's a large ticket item. I try not to make those large ticket item decisions without, extensive research and thought. But I've been thinking about this for a long time, and so I thought, just go ahead and get it done. So that's what I'm going to do. So I signed off on the dotted line before I chickened out, and now I have to wait for my trays. So stay tuned because I'm going to be telling you all about the process. From all the research I've done, it's painful. So I'm not looking forward to it because obviously pain isn't my favorite thing. But I am kind of looking forward to it because I got to get it started. I have to start taking care of this bite. I understand in addition to the pain, there's going to be a lisp that I'm going to have to endure, and I'm a teacher, so I do a lot of lecturing, and I teach history, so there's a lot of language that's involved with that curriculum and that content. Which will be challenging for me to pronounce, probably because of the Invisalign, but it's okay. I'm 51 years old. I have to get started. If not now, when? So I'm looking forward to the beginning of the process and getting used to the process, and obviously the end of the process. The thing is, from the research I've done, people get their gaps closed and then they reopen. And I've even seen on YouTube this girl who has had to have her braces done twice in the last 7 years, an adult. And she's so cute and her gap is so pretty. There's the option of putting a permanent retainer behind my two front teeth, or just getting regular retainers that I sleep with at night. I'm gonna get a permanent retainer because when I get tired, it's almost like lights out. I can fall asleep right where I stand. So I can't really anticipate depending on a nighttime ritual like that for the rest of my life and expect to be successful. But I've heard that permanent retainers even break. So if this doesn't work, if this reopens, I'll probably get porcelain veneers. That would be my next step. I'm not going to redo the braces. But I really love it. It's pretty. It's been like, my buddy for years, my gap. But it's time to go because it's affecting my bite. See, it's fanning out. It's not straight anymore, and that's a no-no. I'm waiting for my coffee. And then I'm going to go change the oil in my car. It's a beautiful day. I just went outside and did Facebook Live and Instagram Live. The social media stuff is cool because when I have a lot on my mind and, I need someone to talk to, I talk to you guys. So it's good. It's a nice outlet. I think you guys should try it. Consider getting yourself a YouTube channel and getting out of your comfort zone and taking, wild pictures of yourself and, filming yourself and letting us see what's going on. Don't be shy. At 51 years old, if I could do it, you could do it. I've been going to the gym every day. I think I didn't go for a couple days because I couldn't breathe because I was so stuffy. But I got right back into it afterwards, and I'm seeing real nice changes. Look at me. You see me? Look, this usually comes out here. I'm proud of myself. So, being in my 50s, there's a lot going on with regards to thinking about my life. Let me see if I can get this to work. I picked it up. Now I can't put it back down. See if it works. Okay. Thinking about my life and thinking about all the things that I can do to improve upon it, all the changes, like my teeth and going to the gym, my hair. I've never worn my hair like this. This is new. My goal is locks. I wanted to, see? I want my hair to permanently lock into these 2-strand twists, ultimately. And they will. And I'm really happy with it. It's so comfortable, it's so light. But my point is, this is something that's different for me that I wouldn't have done. But what prompted me to get into locking my hair is the fact that, I'm trying to minimize all of my stressors, which is important as you get older. You can't be stressed all the time. At some point, you gotta trim the fat of stress in your life so that you can live a positive, healthy lifestyle. So if that means relationships, if that means the stress of getting your hair done, I used to do my hair 3 times a year. I would buy the hair, which got up to like $600 or $700 every time I did it, and then I would pay to get it done. Which was about $250. So I would spend like $850 to $900 every 5 to 6 months. It was just a thing. It's just what I did. And I was really, really stressed because if they didn't have the hair, or the lady my girlfriend Monique, who does my hair, wasn't available, then I was in trouble. So from year to year, there was this anxiety. And I did that for many, many years. Well, last year I said to myself, I'm not going to do that anymore. So I researched some hair that I could buy that mimicked my hair. See that? You can kind of see my hair. It's darker. And you see the ends? They're kinky. So I can show you. Kinky hair, and it's really soft. See? It's really kinky. So I researched where I could get some of that, and I bought some. And I had it installed 4 months ago, and this is 4 months out. And I love it. I feel like the older it gets, the better it gets. My students love it. At first, my students were like, oh, Miss Morales, what'd you do to your hair? But as it gets older, they're like, it is so pretty. We love your hair, Miss Morales. We love the body. Where did you buy your hair? Because they all know that it's not my natural length. Girls bring their friends over to me and ask, can they take my picture? So that they can show it to their mom because they want to get their mom to do their hair, which I don't mind. So I appreciate the love that I'm getting from, my students with regards to my hair. Well, looking at myself in the camera, which is something I've never done. This YouTube stuff and Instagram stuff and Facebook stuff is new for me. I'm sure you could tell because of the quality of the filming. But looking at myself, I realized my teeth were different. My skin needed some work. I needed to lose some weight. So, that's the journey I'm on. All right, so my coffee's done. It's brewed. Let's see if I can find my coffee cup that I like. Did I leave it in the car? Put it in here. The way I do it is I heat up the milk. This is the milk I use. The reason I use this milk is because it only has 6 carbohydrates, and most milks have 12 to 13. And it has a large amount of protein, 13 grams of protein, 50% less sugar, no artificial growth hormones, the one with the cow, Fairlife. So this is the one I use. I've tried all those other milks, different types of milks like almond milks and stuff, and they just don't work in my coffee. And Saturday mornings, my coffee, So I warm this up. Sometimes I warm it up in the microwave or on the stove. That's the Spanish way. Well, not the Spanish way, but that's what a lot of Spanish, not Spanish, Hispanic. Spanish is not what I'm saying. That's politically incorrect. So scratch that. Hispanic community, which is a culture. That's what they do. Hispanic isn't a race, it's a heritage and a culture. And it encompasses Peru, Chile, Colombia, Portuguese, every place but Spain. Okay, now I also put agave. This is what makes my coffee delicious. I just put look at my mocha. It's nice and bubbly. Oops, spilt it. And I put agave, teaspoon, milk, warm milk, and the Bustelo. Yum. This is what I look forward to every morning. To fight to get the top. Then I put the top on it. And I'm ready to go. And this is what I take with me to work every morning. My students know, do not get on her nerve before she has her first sip of coffee. And here it is. So I just wanted you guys to come make some coffee with me this morning and chit chat. Thank you so much for your support. Stay tuned, because when I get my Invisalign, I'm going to invite you to join me on that journey. And that's going to be interesting. Like I said, the research says that it's going to be a little painful at first, but I'm not going to worry about it. I got to go change the oil in my car, and I'll talk to you soon.